What's up, Greenville?
What's happening? How y'all
I'm
feeling?
Alan Otis,
I'm Terrence Gasaway.
here with another Phoenix Rising.
You better believe it. This episode is going to be fun.
Black History Month.
Black History Month. Our program was excellent. Alan Otis got front page coverage. Yes, she did.
Yes, we did, and back.
Better ask somebody. It was great. You should have been there if you wasn't. But if you was, thank you for coming.
Stay tuned, Greenville. And Juice.
Yes.
Hey Greenville, welcome to another episode of Phoenix Rising. I'm Cherokee, but before we get to everything else on the episode, I have to introduce you to my lovely, handsome new anchor, Tyler. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Wooten. I'm a senior this year. I just started last week. The atmosphere at Phoenix, real chill, perfect. I'm enjoying it all the way. Hope to stay here and finish it out here. So, exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, so you like it here? You like me the most, all right? I know. Thank you. Why don't you go ahead and tell them what's up next?
Up next, we got Miss Casey and Aaron talking about the Hovercraft reported by Dylan and Brian. So
No, not Dylan and Brian. Brian and Devin. It's okay. But
Hello, I'm Brian Reeves.
And I'm Devin Snell.
Today we're here with Miss Casey and Aaron Ray, and we're going to talk about the hovercraft you built. What is a hovercraft for people who don't know?
Well, basically a hovercraft is basically something that'll float a few inches off the ground. You can sit on it, stand on it. Basically anything you want to put on it to ride around with, you can. It's pretty simple to build.
Right. What exactly gave you an idea to make a hovercraft?
Just the way the environment is today. All the gas fumes and stuff like that. It's creating global warming, so I thought it'd be neat to have something that's air powered to just have conversation on. So it's always been one of my dreams to build something like that.
You're in Invent Teams. Was this an Invent Teams project, or did you just want to do this on your own?
It was sort of an Invent Teams project, but it was probably my idea.
Did you just ride it around anywhere?
Not anywhere. We're still perfecting the whole design, but right now it's only for student services.
The students can work on individual projects and invent teams if they have ideas that they want to explore, like Aaron did.
Did it take you a long time?
I wouldn't say a long time. It took me about 2 months to build.
When did you start thinking about it?
Oh, I'd say probably about the end of September.
Is this your first invent Have you always wanted to build stuff kind of like this, or was this your first idea?
Yeah, I've always wanted to build stuff. I like to work with my hands. I like to build stuff, take it apart, put it back together.
Now, are you planning on making another one, like a copy of it?
Eventually, yes.
All right. Thank you, Aaron Ray and Miss Casey. I'm Brian Reeves.
I'm Devin Snell.
Thank you.
Wow, that patent was really interesting, and I kind of want to take a little ride in the hovercraft myself.
For real. All right, up next, we got Miss White over an art exhibit.
Good morning, this is Amrisha Denmark with the Phoenix Rising, and today I'm sitting here with the art teacher, Mrs. White. So, Mrs. White, I hear you went to competition. Could you tell us what that was like?
I sure can. Back in February, some students in high school, I had 4 to compete. It was Emily Shook, Cody Fuller, Cameron Foster, and Carrie Hamilton. Unfortunately, I had to drive the artwork down to Houston and turn it in. And Emily was one of the top 25. That's how they placed. It was all across Texas. Every high school student could enter, and it was the top 25 were the best. And Emily placed 21st. Emily also chose to sell her painting, sell her drawing, and we haven't heard back what the silent auction brought on that. So as soon as we hear, we'll be able to let you know through news and notes.
So you had to drive all the way to Houston to take
Yes.
the paintings? How many paintings did you take down there?
Three drawings and 1 ceramic. Cody Fuller was the ceramicist that I took down, and his work was really good.
Could you tell us what was some of the themes of the paintings?
Well, it was the star of Texas Fair and Rodeo in Houston, Texas. So if it's a rodeo, Western theme. So it had to be Western, and it had to do with our Western heritage. It could be anything.
How many students went to how many did turn paintings
Turned in paintings,
Uh-huh.
I don't have that information, and that wasn't given to us.
Oh, okay. What are your future plans?
Well, if you look around the art room right now, we're doing large paintings. My Art 1 students are painting on canvas boards, and Art 2 are building their own canvases and stretching their own canvas. So this is an experience for them. And I've required 3x3s or larger, so that's 3 feet by 3 feet. Can't be any smaller than that. Also, I have some of my 5th graders entering the fishery contest this month, in March, and we'll know about that about the end of March if they win.
Do you help them do their paintings, or do they do it on their own?
Well, I give them guidelines. If it's a competition, you have specific guidelines. But if we're working on a project, I tell them what I expect, and then they have to do their own creativity and make it themselves.
Is Emily the only person that placed in the...
Yes, she is, from Phoenix.
And there you have it. I'm Ambrisha, and this is Mrs. White.
Thank you.
Well, up next we have my most favorite principal from when I started out here, Miss Toole and Miss Garner.
And they're going to give us some information on Gigi and my math.
Hey, I'm Philip Cole with Phoenix Rising. I'm here standing with Miss Garner, 3rd grade class, and Miss Tools. So, I know I love using computers. What about you, Miss Garner?
Yeah, I have to get kicked off the computer a lot at home because I'm on there a lot when I get home.
And Miss Tools?
Yes, we use computers a lot in our work here at Phoenix, but it's just a lot of fun too.
It is. What do y'all use?
Well, one of the things that we have been successful with in our school is a program called the Mind Math program. Actually, our school was one of the very first Texas schools to be a part of this program. And the program has 2 parts. There's the part that involves computers, which is a non-language based computer program that all of our students in our school have exposure to. Then there's the part that has to do with musical keyboarding lessons, and our students in K through 5 are able to have those lessons.
Well, when did y'all come up with this program?
Actually, we've been a part of the program for 3 years. 3 years ago, we became aware that such a program was offered to schools, and we saw that it had great potential for our students. For instance, children recognize patterns in reading and in math. And through this program, that is a non-language based program, students are exposed to patterns in math. And in the keyboarding program, they're exposed to musical patterns. So there's a correlation there, a correlation in the brain that we have been seeing in the last 3 years. Mrs. Garner is our 3rd grade teacher, and she has some students here that are working with the part of the program that involves the computer. There's a little character named Gigi. Gigi is a little penguin, and in this non-language program, Gigi leads them through exploration in patterns and in math and spatial concepts. So the children have exposure. We like for them to have at least 2 30 minutes to 2 45 minutes a day working, or each week to work on the computer.
How was this discovered?
Actually, there is a very brilliant gentleman in California who, with his colleagues, has done a lot of research and has gathered research from over the last 30 years. And he and his colleagues began to explore the way that the mind and math works together and the way music works with math. So they came up with the program and marketed it to schools in Texas and California and in several other places. But Texas and California have seen a great deal of success in the way students have begun to have a great deal of change in their math scores for the better.
Well, I heard this Phoenix is the first school that ever worked on this program.
I'd like for Mrs. Garner to tell us a little bit about some of the things that she put together for the eBlast newsletter from the Mind Research Institute in the last newsletter for February in Texas. And this eBlast newsletter had interviews from 2 of our teachers, and she was one of those teachers.
And I've been at Phoenix for 3 years, and I spent my first 2 years teaching kindergarten. And the first year I was here was the first year that we started using the mind math. It really is a good tool for teaching students. When Miss Toole emailed me about writing an article, I decided that I would just think about what the benefits are and what it's done for my kids. And I've seen kids not know how to recognize letters or numbers, actually not letters, I'm sorry, numbers, and all of a sudden at the end of the year, they're where they need to be because of playing Gigi. And it's not really, I need to do Gigi. They look at it as a game, so it's not really to them a learning, like, oh my gosh, I have to learn. It's, can I play? Can I play? Can I play on the computers? I mean, when I say, okay, it's computer time, I literally have to say, stop. I'm going to call you to go because they will run each other over to get to the computers and play Gigi. And so I've seen this work wonders with my kids. And whenever I wrote the article, I received an email from Ms. Toole saying that they've chosen to publish it in their newsletter. So I was a little nervous because that's just a little too much attention for me. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed using Gigi and letting the kids use Gigi because it really is a good learning experience for the kids. And it's not to them learning. It's more like just playing on the computer. But they are learning. And during math time sometimes they'll say, oh, I remember that from Gigi, or that's what we have to do on Gigi. So they really enjoy it. I enjoy it, and it helps them so much visually. And the more they do, the more they learn.
Thank y'all so much, and I'm looking
you.
forward to hearing more things about this at Phoenix. This is Philip, and back to you.
Wow, them little kids are smart. I love treating myself.
I know, me too. Well, up next we have Coach Gant talking about physical fitness awareness and Black history.
This is the broadcasting class sitting here with Coach Gant, and today we're going to talk about Black history.
Okay, guys, you know today is Black History. Oh, well, this month is Black History Month, okay? Remember, in the class we were talking about significance of Black history. We were also talking about people or Black history participants, actually, that have great influences in your life. Dealing with, you start off by saying a person or naming a person that had a great influence in your life that was African American.
Emmitt Smith, because I mean he broke the rushing record and he's a good person. He goes for the right reasons and he broke the record and he's a good guy.
Okay, Brian.
Terrence Gassaway. Because he's a really cool guy and he's always there for you if you need to talk to somebody.
Okay, how did he change your life? How did he impact your life?
I used to be really shy.
Sure.
And he had helped me overcome that.
Okay. Devin?
I don't know. I'd have to. It'd probably be like Tyra Banks because I mean she's really nice and she's always teaching people like how to be a better person. She can do it all on TV and not worry about anyone else, no matter what she looks like or anything.
Okay. Well, in my freedom and responsibility class, Devin, you know because I had you guys write an essay. Who did you choose to write the essay on?
Alexander Graham Bell because he made the telephone.
Okay. All right. All right, Cherokee.
For me, I think a Black person that's influenced me a lot is probably Alicia Keys because she broke a lot of music boundaries and barriers for her music and our genre, and she's done a lot in the music business. So that'd probably be it for me.
Okay. Deshandra, you was also in that freedom and responsibility class, and I had you write a Black history essay. Who did you choose to write it on?
I actually chose Sojourner Truth because she's a leader in the whole slavery thing, and she wanted to make a change. She wanted to be free, and she spoke to the slaves to overcome everything, to be free, that they don't have to be stuck in a plantation, that they can be free as everybody else. And not only her, I also chose Ruby Bridges because I met her in the 8th grade. We got to meet her in the 8th grade, and she spoke to everybody in the auditorium at Greenville Middle School, and she talked to us about segregation in schools and stuff, so it was very enlightening to me to meet her.
Okay, Tyler.
Probably honestly Bright McKnight, just through his lyrics and melodies of his music and just the style of music. It's very inspirational to me, and it inspires me a lot. So.
Okay, brief.
I don't know. Go to Philip.
Me personally, I think who is influencing me is Barack Obama. He made me pay more attention to politics.
Okay.
Right.
Well, when we're talking about Black history, to me, the essence of Black history is freedom. Okay, and when I think about Black history and I think about all the things that my forefathers and the people before me went through, it makes me think, and it makes me proud as a Black man. And it's one of those type of situations where before I came here, I was in Topeka, okay, teaching at Topeka High. And they had Sumner School. Sumner School was best known and best served from talking about the Black versus Board of Education. We voted. People of the community voted to keep that school open or actually keep it up. I mean, they were talking about turning it down, and they turned it into a museum. And I also used to be a client administrator for BI. I used to work with ex-offenders. So I took those guys on a trip. You know, I took those guys on a trip to the Sumner School after they made it a museum. And just walking in that school, man, experiencing what those people experienced, man, it's just something that moves through your soul. And it actually makes me appreciate why you guys are able to sit here right now. I mean, originally, these people were doing this stuff for Black people, but now it's to the point where it's for mankind. You know, so I really appreciate that. Now, I mean, we talk about modern times, we talk about all these panels, we talk about rock stars, we talk about people like Jimi Hendrix, we talk about rap stars, people that are very, very influential. The thing that touched my soul the most is when they're actually able to leave something after they're gone. That's the essence of Black History Month. Also, I want to run something by you guys. We're also getting ready to put on some kind of fitness day or fitness activity. We're still in negotiations with the city and we're still trying to plan it. I want to know you guys' thoughts about it. First of all, it's kind of like an awareness type deal. Because what are one of the biggest problems, or the biggest problem in America? Obesity. It is childhood obesity. So the importance of that, I mean, we want to make it known to the community, and I need you guys' help. I want you guys' help with that. Mm-hmm. What I want to do is kind of formulate some kind of walk or have some kind of rally to heighten awareness.
Can everyone do it?
Yeah, everybody can do it. I mean, while we're there, we probably want to start off at the Y, mm-hmm. and maybe end up have a couple of checkpoints in between, and maybe end up back at Phoenix. But it's just something that's on my mind and on my plate right now.
Cool. All right, Coach Gant, thanks. Well, you heard it. We stood here and talked about Black history and the Physical Fitness Awareness Month that we're trying to get around. This is the broadcasting class and Coach Gant, and we'll see you next time.
Man, the Black History program was off the chain. Mr. Gasaway and Miss Otis over there doing the thing.
I know, they was boogieing down and everything. I had a blast. Up next, we got my group, DT, all day.
Hey everybody, I'm Deshandra Brown and I'm here with
Atlin Otis.
Yeah. Well, today we'll be promoting our event that's coming up May 2nd, the Family Friend Fiesta. It's going to be a blast.
That's right. Deshandra, you performed in that, right?
Yeah, for Dream Team, we're going to be performing, so y'all come out and see us, do our thing.
May 2nd, Greenville. We're looking forward to vendors coming out, art exhibits. So if you want to participate in this event, call Phoenix Charter School.
And singers. Mm-hmm. And the number is 903-454-7153. That's 903-454-7153. Thank you.
Right here, what's the school?
Greenville Phoenix Charter School.
I'm like, do a little faster than one.
Okay.
Shh. Well, I'm Deshandra Brown.
And I'm Atlin Otis.
And here. Okay.
Ready?
Yo, Dream Team's doing hot this year. Cherokee, I really enjoyed being on the show. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem.
Tyler Wooten, nice to meet y'all.
It's a tear.
Yo, Chad, just found out I'm running this Friday. Coach talked to the coach and hooked me up, so I'm good to go.
Oh, yay! I get to run too. I really don't want to. I'm tired. I can't breathe, but you'll be there, so I hope everything will be okay. All right, Greenwood. Well, thanks. I'm Cherokee Washington.
It's Tyler.
And out.
Gotcha.
Hey, how did y'all like that show? Was it great or what?
Man, I hate that it's over. That was so cool.
We have a blast every time. The kids getting better.
And better.
You better ask somebody.
Greenville, don't forget, America's Got Talent.
Yes, we going. I'm in the house.
I'm dancing
Can I
too.
compete though?
No.
Yeah, I can get my
Uh-oh.
mic on.
Greenville and
No.
Juice. Stay tuned for our next show.
Holla.